Hello, I am doing my nursing informatics video presentation. So I work at Kaiser Permanente, and the person that I interviewed was a nursing informatics specialist, and she also works at Kaiser Permanente. So we just went over the general interview questions that I was given. I first asked her her educational background and how she got into nursing informatics and everything like that. The next thing that I did was we just talked about why nursing informatics is important in the facility, and we kind of talked about, the electronic medical record and how important that is, because that is how nurses basically document all of their care. So obviously it's very important, and how we can use the data collected in the chart, and we can use that to get analytics to deliver, to kind of see what's going on, and we can also give better patient care via that, because when we have better information, we can give better care. The next, she talked about some safeguards, like if you are charting and you give a value that is out of range, it will turn red. So that lets the nurse know that the range is not correct. And if it's something that if it was a typo that a nurse did, which happens, they can go ahead and correct it, or if it's something that they need to follow up on and talk to the doctor or something about. And they also talked about things like bed alarms and barcode scanning with medications, and how that is also a safeguard, because it helps ensure that we're giving the right medication, right patient, right time, and all that. And then, and it also said that the electronic medical record, via the data that we've extracted from it, that has helped improve patient care at the facility. And then, of course, the safeguards that we talked about before, obviously those help give patient care, because they safeguard the patient, so they can definitely give the patient a better care. And then we talked about kind of the reach of nursing informatics and what groups, and basically it's everybody in the hospital, literally from the top, the nursing chief nurse executive, all the way down to nursing assistants and the floor staff and everybody else, and anybody that works in the hospital, literally, because of the fact that we use nursing, everybody uses it. The leaders, they use it more from like a data standpoint. The nursing staff, obviously we input data, so we use it in that way. And she talked about, even with like environmental services, there was an incident where the room in the computer was posted as that it was clean, but then the patient hadn't even been discharged. So she has to go and kind of get a little bit more information on why that happened. And obviously that's part of the reason why environmental services uses that, because of the fact that they need to rely on that for getting the proper what rooms are clean, what rooms need to be clean, that kind of stuff. We also talked about magnet status, because our facility is currently undergoing magnet status, and the Roxy, she happens to be on the Voice of Nursing, and basically what they're submitting, they have to submit evidence that they are doing research and that we are kind of being up to date on all of our research, so that way we can become a magnet status. And we also talked about working with the IT department, and overall, basically, working with the IT, because she has a background in nursing, she very much can kind of help translate that perspective to the IT department what a nurse's day is kind of like and what our workflow is like, so that they have a better idea of that. And then also, I asked her my individual question, which was, does she plan on getting any further education? And she said that she eventually did, because, you can never get too much education, and education is very important. And then I asked just what a day-to-day is like, and the day-to-day is basically, it could just vary from day to day, because some days she said she's literally in meetings all day, other days she's doing teaching, other days she's involved in a project. So it just depends on what's going on in the hospital, what's going on with the charting, and if there's any projects or anything that need to be done. So overall, it was a very interesting interview, gave me a lot of perspective on what nursing informatics does, and just gave a lot of information on and made me think about the outreach of nursing informatics and how it really literally is everyone in the hospital uses it, and it is something that is important for everyone.